Things just took a sickening turn for the Miami Heat as we have a shocking update in regards to Tyler Herro's future with the Miami Heat that has fans very concerned, as we saw a very similar situation unfold just a couple months ago, while also outside factors are playing a part into things here as well. And we're going to break all of this down, discuss everything on it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Heat Digest. It's Chris here. We're going to jump right into things as always. If you guys are part of that 82% that's not subscribed, we are going to focus on getting daily videos out on this channel. So if you guys want the most recent Miami Heat news, all the daily updates, make sure to subscribe. But all that being said, let's jump into the video. There's a lot to go over, as Tyler Herro is right now one of the two franchise players for the Heat, as they really have a two-headed monster between Herro and Bam Adebayo as the real core of this team. The two guys who were drafted by Miami have spent their whole careers here and have been very good players. Herro's been an all-star, Bam's been an all-star, and one of the best defenders in basketball for a long time now. And we've seen this duo, obviously with Jimmy Butler and some other factors playing in, make the NBA Finals twice. Now, it's felt like Tyler Herro is never going to go anywhere. Like, he's going to stay on the Heat for life, similar to Bam. However, now we are seeing a situation unfold that has fans very concerned about what Pat Riley's plans are. And we're jumping right into that because there's a huge update that recently came out from Brett Sigel, who said Tyler Herro becomes eligible for a 3-year extension worth nearly $150 million with the Miami Heat in October, before the start of the 2025-26 season. This is a situation teams are keeping an eye on, as Pat Riley has always been cautious with giving out extensions. See Jimmy Butler's situation for details. A decision to extend or not to extend Herro will tell the tale of how the Heat view themselves in the Eastern Conference. Now, Herro is coming off the best season of his NBA career, putting up 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, being just an absolutely awesome shot creator, great scorer, and an all-star, putting up 47% from the field, 37.5% from 3, and shooting 45% on corner threes. Tyler Herro's game is his perimeter scoring, but the man has evolved. He's not just that guy who was a great shooter and shot creator when he was younger. He has blossomed into something truly special with the Miami Heat now, and when it comes down to it, Herro, who's just 25 years old, is in or entering the prime of his NBA career, and now there's serious reports that Pat Riley will not extend Tyler Herro and that he'll move forwards without the Heat young all-star. And if he does that, that is going to be an infuriating move. We know the Heat don't rebuild. We know that about Pat Riley. It's not lost on any of us that Riley refuses to rebuild or tank ever. It's just not what he's going to do as long as he's running the show. And for a while, it's worked well enough. I mean, there hasn't been a championship since 2013, but there's been big name free agency signings. There's been big moves that have happened that have led to the Heat making the finals twice. Neither time they were expected to make it either. They had to go through rounds of upsets, but still, they made it, and twice they came 2 games short of being NBA champions once again. So there is a method to Riley's madness, but right now it feels like there is just Pat Riley madness if he's not extending Tyler Herro. I mean, we look at Herro's contract. He's got 1 more year left on it after this season. So if Herro wants to wait, he absolutely can. And we'll go into all the scenarios in 1 second. But when it comes down to it, if he wants to wait, he does have that opportunity if he needs it. I mean, look, it's not like he's going to be a free agent if he doesn't sign an extension in this offseason. He can wait till next year, sign a bigger extension that's more than 3 years if he so chooses to do so. And that could also lead to him getting more money. It all depends on everything. If Herro's willing to sacrifice anything the way that Jalen Brunson and the Knicks did, something similar to that, so that he can still try to contend and use their money in free agency and try to avoid those dreaded aprons. Now, Herro over the last 2 seasons has been solid in the playoffs. He wasn't the guy who we saw in the regular season, but he did put up 17 points, 4 assists, and 3.5 rebounds in his last 2 years in the playoffs. Now, obviously, there's been some good, there's been some bad, but it's been 2 first-round exits after all. I mean, they lost to the Celtics and then lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and since then, obviously, we're now in the offseason. Herro putting up a mix of around 16, 17 points per game, really 17, 18 points per game in that span. The three-point numbers have dipped to 33% over those last 2 seasons, and the field goal numbers have dipped to 40. However, Herro is getting swarmed. The Cavs are ready for them, and it didn't feel like one of those years with that magic. It really just didn't at the time, and I don't know. It kind of makes sense. Like, obviously, the Celtics won. There was some injuries and stuff. This year against the Cavs, it just didn't feel like there was that magic. But I'm not saying the magic can't return. It absolutely can return to this team and to Tyler Herro leading the show. Now, on top of that, we look at Herro's extension scenarios here. Shout out to Heat diehards for this. Because there's potential early deals that he's eligible for. Not confirmed offers. On October 1st, he becomes eligible for a 3-year, $149.7 million extension, which starts at $46.2 million per year. If there's no deal by October 20th, he can wait until 2026 and be eligible for a 4-year, $206.9 million deal, making a bit more and locking himself up for another 5 years with the team, what he would still be doing with the Heat, except a year later. So it would just be 1 year further in time, even though it's still a deal that keeps him locked up for 5 years. Or if he makes the All-NBA in the 2025-26 season, he could qualify for a Supermax up to $380 million. Now, knowing Tyler Herro, knowing how that man operates, we all know that he's well aware that he fully believes he can be an All-NBA player, and he's shown signs that he can get there. For sure, he can have a great year. I mean, Jimmy Butler not being here for a full season means we'll see a lot more touches to Herro than ever before even, and with that, we should expect an increase in his numbers as well, specifically that scoring number, and I know Butler was not the world's biggest scorer. I'm not saying he was, but just on the aspect of ball control, stuff like that, it does make some sort of sense. But Herro, knowing just how the man operates, I don't see him taking an extension this offseason, and I'm not saying, or this October 1st, I should say this season, but we don't necessarily need him to. It's more next year is when things start to get a little bit nerve-wracking because he would be able to become an unrestricted free agent a couple of years down the line when the CBA will increase and there will be teams and free agency will sort of be back to what it used to be once again. And if that happens, obviously there will be some real concern on just exactly what the Miami Heat do in this situation. So I'm not saying it has to happen imminently, but the fact that teams are monitoring this and monitoring if Pat Riley, who's notably stingy with extensions, is going to pull it off, it is something to be aware of. Now, as I said, we saw this happen with Butler. We saw Jimmy Butler want an extension, and getting older, Riley decided no, so Butler decided I'm not showing up, and evidently I want to be traded to the Suns mainly, but also I'd go to the Warriors, stuff like that. And he got traded to the Warriors. We saw how that all went down. But what we also have seen in this process is Jimmy Butler, who is 35, not Tyler Herro, who's 25. There's a major age difference that plays a factor into this, especially considering Bam got the extension. It would not be shocking to see Herro get it, but also something to really account for is De'Aaron Fox recently signing his contract extension as well. Fox signed a new deal with the San Antonio Spurs, keeping him in Texas, and look, he was good in the playoffs. I'm not pretending like he wasn't that 1 year, but he played one playoff series ever. And he got a massive extension. He averaged 27 points in that with nearly 8 assists and 5 rebounds. He played well. Shot 42% from the field, which isn't great, and 33% from 3. But again, players do usually shoot a bit worse in the playoffs. A lot of them do, just on the basis of defense being tougher. But at the same time, we look at that extension that we have. Now, it's still an estimate right now, but just looking at what it would be, effectively, he would be making around $49 million in 53, then 57, then 61. It's a 4-year, $222 million extension, 222.3. So it's a obviously massive contract that keeps Fox with the Spurs through his prime, barring some sort of trade. And because of that, you do have to consider what is next for Tyler Herro. Again, younger. Herro and Fox, pretty similar in numbers and all that stuff. So it will be interesting to see. Fox is 2 years older, put up, again, very similar numbers to Tyler Herro. 23.5 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, shot 46% from the field and 31% from 3. He's not the shooter that Herro is, but also Fox is a better playmaker, so there's that little difference, and Fox can defend a bit better. But still, at the end of the day, what we're seeing is a real situation for the Heat that we have to monitor. And honestly, I do think Herro's going to get the extension, but it is something to sort of really think about. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to get back to you. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. I'll catch you on the next one.